Hey there, everybody. So I'm about ready to show you my 30-day results intermittent fasting.
For the day I break these chains, I'm bound for the life of the simple things.
If you want to go ahead and see the original challenge that this started from, that's going to scroll up above. And then also, if you want to see some details on what I've been doing, you can see it over here. Currently, right now, I'm going to go ahead and do the weigh-in. Down there is scale. So that ended up being 274.8 pounds. So I'm pretty happy about that. That gives me about 23 total pounds over 30 days. Nice. Here are some of the photos to show how much of a change there was. I already took some photos a little bit earlier today, and you can see the results from the photos that on the beginning of the challenge.
Now, with having just shown you the update about this last 30 days that I've been doing intermittent fasting and time restricted eating in a competition with my college buddy Mario, I wanted to talk a little bit of why I'm so impressed with intermittent fasting and with time restricted eating, combining the two. Because here, if you see this photo here, this is my total, process of weight loss. And I had spent 4 months getting from this point to this point, and that weight loss was only about 25 pounds over just over 4 months actually. And then when I started the competition with my friend Mario, as you see here, these are the photos in the change in just 30 days where I've lost 23 pounds. So that's weight loss almost 4 times as fast, and after I had been at weight loss for a prolonged period of time. And I had tried several things. I was eating what you would say is a lot healthier over those 4 months, meaning that I was trying to eat fruits and vegetables primarily, and I even attempted to do a long-term fast that I only lasted 5 days. So I'm just outstandingly impressed with the results that I've gotten doing 3 basic things, and I hadn't even until the last week really done any exercise since I've been starting to intermittent fast. I just started doing some walking in the last week, and the 3 things I've been doing are intermittent fasting, time restricted eating, and then I've been eating foods in my first meal of each day after my fast that are high in probiotics, and they're fermented foods. So I've been eating kimchi, Kefir, and some live culture pickles. And eating those foods, I think, are correcting an issue that I had with basically my gut biome, right? So a lot of your digestive process is done with microorganisms, not just you, right? And so most of us are out there and we eat a lot of things with what's called baker's yeast in them, like raised breads, cakes, all these sort of things have baker's yeast in them. And baker's yeast is a single cell organism called albicans. It is the species portion of the name, and albicans has the ability to basically kind of almost hijack our hormone system. It can release molecules that act upon our body kind of like ghrelin, which is the hunger hormone, and it makes us hungry and crave sweets because what it wants is glucose for energy and for sustaining its life. And so reducing the number of those organisms compared to the good organisms that break down foods I think helps a lot with hunger pangs and being able to really go at it when you're trying to do weight loss. Now, intermittent fasting has a huge effect on growth hormone, which basically is a hormone that helps reduce inflammation. It helps burn fat, and it also is a precursor to the process of building muscle. So it tends to protect your muscle mass when you're in a calorie deficit. And then time restricted eating is showing to have amazing results against obesity and insulin sensitivity. So eating in a narrower window, not allowing yourself to eat randomly all day, and within daylight hours, since our circadian rhythms as humans we're nocturnal, we're a daytime species primarily. So doing that, just some very interesting tests and experiments with mice, because there hasn't been a whole lot done with humans because it's kind of difficult to control their eating and habits and what they eat, so that you can make sure that there's no variation amongst your groups in an experiment. So amongst mice, it's just outstandingly fascinating. The photo here is biopsies of 2 different mice liver. The one on the left here is full of fat, white fat, which is really bad for your liver. It makes your liver do a poor job at its work. And then on the other side is the liver of a mouse that did time restricted eating. It ate the same calories as the mouse on the other side with the fatty liver, but it was only allowed to eat them in a narrow space of time of 8 hours. And it wasn't allowed to eat at all different times a day. And that alone is just outstanding, just how it protects the liver basically. And then on top of that, the mice in that experiment, they were eating the same amount of calories. They were eating more calories than their maintenance calories. And yet the mice that were doing time restricted eating gained 28% less fat than those mice who didn't eat any more than the other mice, but did it all out through the day. There was no restriction on the window that they were eating. So it's just really shocking results, and I think it's very powerful results, and it's done just marvelous for me.
Get out there, connect with people, live your big story, and make sure you do something every single day to reduce world suck. Peace, guys.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all